Yes.
You mentioned leaders being in the fight, pastors, priests. You were seconded by Cardinal Pell when he was Archbishop of Sydney to train priests. What would you say to priests today who might find these culture war issues a bit tough, might find it difficult to speak about these things from the pulpit? What's your message to pastors today about how they should address these tough issues, whether it's the transgender issue or the marriage issue or issues of life, religious freedom that we're talking about here? Many people just want to shirk and stay away from it. Many churches do. What's your message to pastors and priests?
Well, you've got to use, obviously, the gift of faith, but you've got to use the gift of reason as well. And so you've got to get yourself informed and talk sensibly into the issue. The second point I would make is that as a priest, you don't talk politically. You're talking about the social issue, and it belongs for people in government and in politics on the left and right and wherever they are to talk about it and approach the social issue as they see fit with their own conscience. But as a pastor, you're not trying to become political. That would be a major mistake. But you're saying if there's a social issue here, and this particularly is a social issue we're dealing with here because we're talking about a government overturning the rule of law, that's affecting everyone. Now, then you have to come at it as a pastor from your position of being a pastor, a leader of the community. So, look, this is a really serious issue. Over to you guys with the grace of your baptism to actually fight this issue as you see fit. And some people have different approaches. So you've got to be quite careful, quite clear that you're not being a political animal. You're being part of the social fabric of the country with your faith. I think that's important.
Very sage and well said. Thank you for that. Father Percy, before we let you go, you've just written a book. There's two things we have to do before we go. You've got to tell us where to go on the website to sign up to
Yes.
Save Calvary. But firstly, you've written a book which I've just ordered from Connor Court Publishing online. I'm looking forward to getting a signed copy from you. But it's called, you tell us the title and tell us what it was about.
Yeah, it's called Australia, What Went Right, What Went Wrong. It's a very brief monograph, 18,000 words, Lyle. It's based on David Kemp's monumental 5-volume work, which is now complete, on the political and cultural history of Australia. The first volume is called The Land of Dreams. When I looked at it, I thought there's something really good here, something very important. His basic argument is in setting up the country, we didn't want an aristocratic conservative society. We didn't want a socialistic, utopian socialistic society. We want a free and fair country right up the middle. And that's what we achieved. And that's what's at stake here now. So your readers, I think, will enjoy it. It's quite punchy and very informative at trying to get to young people to say, you've got to get involved in public and political life. Yes. We need you at this moment.
So that's what went right. In a nutshell, what went wrong?
Yes, that's right. What went wrong? Well, a few things went wrong. I think that the White Australia policy, that was the first thing enacted in the new federal government, and you ask yourself the question, well, a free and fair society is presumably colourblind. So I think that was an error. The Aboriginal question, there's been, obviously that's been documented now, not promoted by governments, but nevertheless there was an issue there. But to a large extent, you can see that we've had a really successful, probably one of the most successful modern countries, if not the most successful in generating wealth and being able to distribute it. We've been able to put in place natural mechanisms that actually help produce wealth but spread it. And this is quite unusual, even for, say, when we compare ourselves to, say, other countries, they call themselves modern democracies, we're far better at doing that. And that's been a great achievement.
Fantastic. As you say, this is particularly aimed at young people to help them see that not everything went wrong, which is the narrative that we're getting from our media and our political discourse at the moment. Australia, What Went Right, What Went Wrong, available from Connor Court Publishing. You can Google that. They're a great outfit and you can buy that book online.